Welcome back to another episode of Jason's Bricks in 5, where I discuss LEGO content in videos of around 5 minutes. Time for another weekly LEGO review, and today we are going to be reviewing kind of a controversial set. It is set 77904, the Nebulon-B Frigate. This was originally intended to be a Comic-Con exclusive. However, it was Comic-Con 2020, and I think you all know what happened there. Anyway, this ended up being a wider release, but still limited. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and build this set, review it, and see what we think. Starting with the build experience, this set contains 459 pieces. And even though most of the build is made up entirely of small parts that are light bluish gray, I found the build actually to be enjoyable. However, I could see it being frustrating for younger builders or those who do not like continually adding smaller parts to a build. But overall, I was satisfied with my experience. Now, as for the details or any possible Easter eggs, this set is a great midi-scale version of an iconic ship from the end of The Empire Strikes Back. For big Star Wars fans, they will love what is probably the smallest version of the Millennium Falcon ever created in LEGO form. Overall, I would have to say the details on this set do look really quite good. Just like all of the recently released Star Wars sets at this scale, this is intended to be a display set, and this ship with the stand look amazing. The ship will display nicely with the other new Starship or midi-scale Star Wars line. One of my favorite things about this set is not only does it look great, but it only requires a small footprint to have on display in your collection. And as a LEGO fan, we know space is always an issue. Now, as for minifigures, there are not any included in the set, but I do think that a one-armed Luke with a medical repair droid would be awesome, but unfortunately it's not included and not really necessary. From a uniqueness perspective, this is the only LEGO set of a Nebulon-B Frigate ever released. However, aside from the box and the 40th anniversary sticker plaque, nothing else is actually unique in the build. The most unique thing about the set is that it was intended to be a San Diego Comic-Con 2020 exclusive. However, we all know what happened there, and this led to this being a little bit wider release, at least within the US. Unfortunately, the way that they handled the limited release led to many complaints, as many fans were not able to access the set. Now, as for the value, this set originally retailed for $40 US in the fall of 2020. It was only available on the US site of Lego.com and Amazon. The set currently sells for around $150 US for a new sealed copy. In my opinion, the new Starship series or midi-scale ships would make this set much more desirable for people trying to get the entire collection. Alright, so now it is just time for my final thoughts, and overall I have to say I really do enjoy this set. I'm really glad I got it. I think it's really cool that they were able to finally give us this iconic ship, at least within the Star Wars circles. I would say the Nebulon-B Frigate is iconic. So it's cool that we finally got this. It is unfortunate, though, that it just wasn't a wide release, and lots of people missed out. Now, that being said, if it had been a Comic-Con exclusive, it would have been, I think, that much harder for people to get. So, I can't really complain because I got one, but I can certainly understand, people having issues with it. But the best part about it, I would have to say, is there's nothing exclusive in this build. So other than that sticker in the box, if you don't need those items, you can easily part this together and, have a copy of the ship. It's not like there's an exclusive minifig or printed part that you would be missing out on. So I think it is somewhat attainable, especially if you can live without that plaque and the box. But if you need those, it is, I think, still somewhat accessible. Yeah, 150 is, almost 4 times the original cost. But, it's still, I think, within grasp, for a lot of Star Wars fans. It's not, like a Mr. Gold that's gone up to thousands of dollars. So, if you're a Star Wars fan and you really like the midi-scale or the new Starship series, whatever name you want to use, it might be something to consider. However, if you're not a Star Wars fan, you're not into, these scale of ships, then it's probably something you can pass on. But, we all have to make our own decisions on what we do with our collection. So that's going to do it for my review of the Nebulon-B Frigate. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Jason's Bricks in 5. Happy building!